What if one man's bizarre quest for immortality intertwined with secretive science and sinister ambitions? This massive ranch near Stanley, New Mexico, covers between 7,500 and 10,000 acres. Totally remote, wrapped up by federal land. There's no sneaking in without being spotted. A whopping 30,000 square feet of living space, big enough to make most billionaires blush. It features a maze of bedrooms and dorm-style wings, perfectly set up to accommodate the 20 women and staff this guy had in mind. Talk about planning ahead. Forget spooky tunnel tales. This wasn't some underground lair fit for a secret agent's dramatic escape. Instead, contractors and blueprints uncovered a fortress-level, windowless concrete bunker so soundproof it could probably mute your loudest conspiracy theory. Dubbed the massage room, or the computer room, this secure chamber was basically the command center where all the big control moves happened. The dinner parties. Epstein wasn't just playing darts blindfolded. He handpicked his victims like a genetic sommelier, sorting them by looks and brain power for this twisted little soiree. The through-dinner parties, aka salons, where Nobel winners, brainy scientists and geeky academics, think Stephen Hawking, Marvin Minsky and their smarty-pants crew, rubbed elbows over hors d'oeuvres. The setup, Jaron Lanier, VR trailblazer extraordinaire, spilled the tea that he crashed these so-called parties, only to discover they were more like exclusive film screenings. Epstein's guest list? A dazzling mix of brainy beauties, think PhDs and top-tier researchers, invited to these oh-so-sophisticated dinners. Lanier pointed out that Epstein was basically turning their brains into a showroom, size-testing their smarts and genes like a bizarre dating app for his dream team of future supermoms. The Immortality project, cryonics, turns out the breeding program was just Act 1. Act 2? Achieving his own personal forever, because why just create life when you can refuse to ever leave the party? Epstein told multiple associates he intended to have his head and penis frozen, cryogenically preserved, after he died. He was convinced future tech would bring him back from the grave, so naturally he kept his reproductive parts on ice, aiming to keep planting seeds long after he kicked the bucket. He didn't just toss spare change at charity. He bankrolled transhumanist research, handing bags of cash to scientists dabbling in life extension, AI, and genetic rewrites. Basically, he was funding his own personal resurrection startup. Why did the brainiacs buy his act? Epstein knew radical science like quantum leaps and human evolution rarely gets a dime, so he played Medici to the mad scientists on the fringe. By cozying up with Harvard and MIT eggheads, he turned his creepy breeding program into a legit scientific project, courtesy of some fancy degrees laundering his crimes. The master plan in a nutshell. Epstein wasn't a villain. He fancied himself a biological architect. Zorro Ranch was his high-tech factory. The women, his living vessels, the scientists, quality control nerds. And the goal? A genetic legacy that screams, "I'm still here, even after death." What happens when one man's wild immortality dream crashes into covert science and downright dark desires?